Hi there, it's Adam Kirkwood here, and this is a short video to explain the semi-interactive teaching method used on these engineering videos. Now, most lessons will be pretty tedious if somebody's just standing there or sitting there, just talking all the whole way through, or just simply writing on the blackboard. These videos are broken down into fairly small chunks, and at each stage the students are tested on their learning. After an introduction to the video, there would then be 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes of teaching. Then I show the students a worked example of the thing they've been learning about. Then I set them a question. At that point, the students stop the video, sit down, work through the question themselves. They then restart the video, and I can then tell them the answer to the question. If they got it right, great, they can jump on to the next section. If not, they just stay on the video as it is, and I go through it and explain how to get the correct answer. The video then goes on to another piece of teaching, again another worked example, and then I set the students another test question. They pause the video, have a go at the test question, and so it goes on. And then at the end of the video there is a sheet of practice questions like these ones here, these practice questions here, which have got the name of the unit written across, or the name of the subject written across the top, and the students can then fill those sheets in and then hand them in a few days later. Now the videos themselves are normally around about 17 or 18 to about 30 minutes long if you played them end to end. Now the intention is that students can work at their own pace. So some students may complete it in half an hour and then go on to the exercise questions. Other students may need to go back, may need to play things through again, but that's fine. They're working at their own pace. Now, in order to make this successful for students, you do need to set clear expectations. And if you're setting, say, 2 or 3 videos a week, you need to set them very clearly at the start of the week, and then hand out the exercise sheets for the students to complete the exercises associated with the videos, and then you need to make sure you collect those sheets in at the end. Now the sheets themselves, usually 5 or 6 questions. The first couple are pass standard, the second couple are normally merit standard, then obviously the last couple of questions are distinction standard. So some students won't be able to attempt all of them, but again, they can work at their correct pace. The key thing is you need to see evidence they've worked out the questions. Now, the way I suggest you start this is for the first couple of lessons, you get the students into the classroom, show them the student video. They can then go through the first couple of subjects on the sheets, using the videos, and then using the sheets. They can work through those at their own pace. Don't, under any circumstances, just simply play the whole video to them on the main screen in the classroom. They need to do this on the classroom computers or on their own tablets or even their mobile phones. So they obviously will need headphones for this. Most students have them, but you need to make sure they've got them so they can then play through the videos at their own pace, stop, do the questions during the video, and then move on to the exercise sheet at the end. And then you as a teacher can go around to make sure they are actually doing that. They're not just playing the whole thing through. They are stopping, they are interacting with the video, doing the questions on the video, and then progressing on. That's what you need to see. So after you've done that for a couple of lessons, you've established they've actually they can access the resources, they know what they need to do, then maybe the next couple of lessons, you can get them into the classroom at the start of the lesson, give them the sheets and say, okay, it's up to you where you do this. You can stay in the classroom here, or you can go to the library, you can go to the student learning centre, you can do it at home in the evening. I don't mind, but they will be collecting the exercise sheets in a week's time, so you've got to work out when you're going to do them. And then the final stage is really where you're getting the students starting to become interactive learners, and therefore at the start of the week you may well set the 2 videos for the week. These are the videos you've got to watch. Here are the sheets. I will be collecting these in this time next week, or at least looking at them to make sure the students have actually attempted the sheets and actually gone through the lessons themselves. It's also important to remind students that there will be regular tests on this every 7 or 8 weeks, roughly at the end of every half term, so maybe end of October, middle of December, end of February, and at Easter time you would expect them to sit an exam type questions under exam conditions in the classroom. So you've got a really good measure of where they're at, who's doing well, who's exceeding expectations, who's falling behind, maybe not engaging with the videos as they should do. So you've got a complete control then, a closed loop. You can actually make sure that students are picking up on this and they are doing the work. Now, it's not necessary perhaps to collect the sheets in every lesson. You can often just see them by looking at them. If it's something like this, you can see the students attempted the work. The answers are on the sheet as well, so the students can self-check their own work. They can see if they've got the answers right. There may be 1 or 2 students who struggled on the more advanced questions on the back, so you may need to spend a little bit of classroom time just going through some of the more complex questions just to give them more confidence. But it means that a lot of the bulk delivery of the course can be done on the video, and then you really a catch-up session regularly with the students to make sure they're actually doing the work. So it is kind of supervised in a way. You're not just leaving it for them to do themselves, in which case nothing much might happen. So have a go at them. Watch the student video as well to see what I'm telling them to do and what their expectations are. And it should all go well, provided clear expectations are set right at the start.